MalaMaker here, and I'm going to go through the various parts of the Playskool Express locomotive, how to take it apart, and then also how to put it back together. So here you want to remove the 6 screws from the bottom panel, and this panel should just come right off. Now in this compartment here you'll find various components. You'll find the rocker, that's what was just removed there. You have the gear and the forks. The rocker and the forks together both actually activate and deactivate the switch. Here I've pulled out the front drive wheels. This here, it's just pushed together with the helical gear pressed in between. Here are the middle wheels and the rear wheels. Now, there is a front screw here that holds on the cap of the train. This screw, when removed, you can then actually remove the cap using a flathead screwdriver. In this video, I did actually kind of do things in a backwards order. So you'll see where here I'm removing the nose, even though I've also removed the screws for the bottom panel. You actually want to remove the nose first. And the two clips are roughly about 45 degrees apart from each other, but offset from center about 22.5 degrees. With the chassis, there are 6 screws again, 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the back. You'll remove these screws, and this will remove that entire bottom red panel from the chassis panel from the locomotive itself. And then with the nose removed, the chassis will come off pretty cleanly. You technically can get it off with the nose on, but the nose is pretty easy to remove. And there you can see the fork that's still within the locomotive. Now these 2 screws you remove are actually what's holding the circuit board in there for the locomotive. That circuit board both makes contact with the batteries through those metal clips, and then also switches the train on and off. And actually on the bottom side, that yellow T-shaped plastic piece actually is what controls the forward and reverse motion by making contact on the bottom of that circuit board. Now to remove the LED, you're going to maneuver the LED out from the channel, and then it will eventually kind of work its way free, and you just kind of thread it back through the locomotive. The LED is hardwired to the board. Now the board itself does have 2 clips on the switch side of the board that the board rests underneath of onto the chassis. What you'll do is you will pull up the opposite side of that board to kind of like hinge it up, slide it out, and at the same time those battery contacts will likely come with it. They may stay in their channels that are there depending on how tight the board is to those battery contacts. Now to remove the little battery or the directional, you kind of push it forward, lift the smaller side up with the little metal contacts, and it slides out the back. To remove the motor itself, be very careful. There's a little clip that does hold the motor in there in its housing, and then just pull the motor straight up. Now to put this back together, you're just going to pretty much do everything we just did in reverse. So you're going to put the motor in first. Then before you put the board in, you do need to put in the directional. So you slide in the T side of the directional first in its housing, slide it forward, drop it down. Then this one is where you get the board in. You have to kind of, on the switch side, get it underneath those 2 little clips, and then get the battery contacts in their in their location at the other side of the board before you actually hinge the board back down. On top, then you put the 2 screws in place that hold that circuit board in place, and then they also allow the battery contacts to make contact with the circuit board. So then you're going to put the fork in, make sure you clear the wires out from around there so that it doesn't interfere with the switch. You're going to also thread the LED back through the front of the locomotive, and then you're going to take the top of the locomotive and put it onto the chassis itself. And then once the chassis is seated in place, you are going to put those 6 screws back in that hold the chassis to the top of the locomotive. Once you have those 6 screws in place, then you can start putting the drive wheels back in place. The drive wheels themselves, you have the rear, the middle. The middle, you have to kind of squeeze the yellow pieces in, and there's little clips that those channels go into. And then it seats in its little, there's a gap there in the chassis itself. And then you're going to put the gear into the wheels with the helical gear that make contact with the worm gear. You'll put those in as well. Then next you're going to grab the rocker. The rocker will need to be put in. Now the rocker needs to have a little feet that it has into the bottom of the fork. There's little channels in the fork. And then it just kind of rests on top of the chassis. Then I did the nose here. You can really put the cap on before the nose. The nose clips into place, and then there is a screw with a washer. That screw with the washer is important. You need to screw that in. Make sure when you're screwing all of these in, you're not getting anything too tight. You are screwing into plastic. So we put the cover on, made sure the rocker fits in a little groove, and then put the 6 screws back into place. Now at this point, your locomotive is put back together. You could essentially put batteries into the locomotive. This particular locomotive I was repairing for a customer. They had sent me their locomotive. In this repair, they had a bad switch and a bad motor. And once both of them were replaced, the locomotive worked just like it should. Replacement parts for this train set can be found at m86toys.com. If you are looking for a specific replacement part that isn't listed there, please leave a comment in this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm MalaMaker, and happy making.